guys, and welcome back to the Plug Inc. My name is Vanessa, and I'm here to give you guys a different type of video. So usually I would come on here and I would give you a review or a tutorial on a makeup look, but today I decided to do something a little bit different. Now, I am a huge fan of Desi Perkins, and she did a video surrounding her top 5 foundations, and I thought that was really awesome because I too have 5 favorite foundations, and people are always asking me, what am I wearing on my face? I just had a little fun today, gave you guys a little bit of flirty eyes, and I'm going to just talk about my foundations. So if you're interested in seeing me talk solely about my favorite foundations, my top 5, then go ahead and just keep watching. Now, the great part about my foundations is they range from high-end to super duper low-end, drugstore affordable. I have dry skin to combination skin. My skin is not oily whatsoever. It actually gets oily throughout the day, so it makes it kind of combination, but when I wake up in the morning, my skin is super duper dry. So any matte foundations that are super duper matte, or matte primers, or mattifying anything, it really dries out my skin, so I even have to be careful with powders. So if you are a person who has oily skin, I'm probably not the girl to follow, but I do have some matte foundations that I absolutely love and are probably in my top 5. Alright, so the first foundation I'm going to be talking about is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and this is in the shade 335 Classic Tan Bronze. I actually don't have oily skin, but this is great for me because it doesn't dry all the way matte, but it still gives you a nice, flawless, high-end finish. I love the Fit Me foundation because it comes in a plethora of shades, so you never feel like you're left out, and it just gives you that nice, comfortable feeling that you can wear every day, and it's super duper buildable and affordable. The second foundation I'm going to be talking about is something that I have been using for years. Even though it's supposed to be matte, it looks super duper natural, and that's something that I like to do when I'm going to work or I'm going something light and I don't want to get too flawless and too beat, and that is the Clinique Stay Matte Oil Free Makeup, and this is in the shade 23 Ginger. I'm trying to make sure that I don't say my favorite first because, guys, like, literally my skin goes through the motions. Sometimes it wants to be super duper dry, other times it wants to be combination, and then I just have to kind of just put them on together to make it work. And guess what? If you have oily skin, if your skin is super duper oily, you guys, I recommend this foundation for you. One, because the shade range for this foundation is absolutely amazing. There's so many shades, and on top of that, it controls oil so well. So I like to place this foundation in my T-zone because I know for a fact it's going to stay put, and it gives you a flawless coverage, you guys. I swear to you. If you want to try a foundation that's high-end, that is flawless and for oily skin for the most part, I will go ahead and pick up the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup, and I'm in the shade 5W1 Bronze, you guys. It probably would have been my #1 favorite foundation if it didn't have flashback, okay? And I only say that because we never want to take pictures with flashback, but because this foundation is so bomb and it has such a full coverage, I want to wear it all the time, but I know when I'm going to be taking pictures, I kind of try to stay away from it because the flashback is just really intense for me even after you set it. But this foundation is full coverage. It gives you a flawless airbrush finish, and it blurs out any imperfections you might have. It was hard for me to pick my other 2 favorite foundations, my top 2. It was really hard for me to pick my top 2 foundations, only because, you guys, I could not choose, but I narrowed it down, and I really believe it had to come down to price. So my top 2 favorite are here. The first one is the Natural Finish Oil Free Foundation by Cover FX, and I'm in the shade N70. And the second one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the shade 211. Now, the reason why this wasn't my #1 is because of the price point. Other than that, this foundation is light. You talk about natural finish that's not cakey, that doesn't oxidize, that doesn't make you look like a ghost, that literally settles into your skin and just really goes in naturally. that is the Cover FX. Now, if you are a fan of Alyssa Ashley, she did talk about this foundation, and I've been wearing it for months now, and I think this is probably one of my top favorite foundations. I just really like the way it flows and glows, but the price point could not beat my favorite, and that is the Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. Now, if you're not already familiar with this foundation, it is a drugstore foundation, and hands down, this is my absolute favorite foundation ever, more so than my Cover FX because of the price. Now, this foundation is super duper affordable and inexpensive, and it just is beautiful. When I say this was made for people with dry skin, it just takes your dry skin and just moisturizes it so freaking much. You just have to love it. I'm wearing it right now. I wear it every day. You guys, it's buildable, it's beautiful, and all of those things. The only downfall I have about this foundation, the only downfall is that the shade range. I'm a color 211, and you see I'm light skinned. 212 is their deepest shade in this. What in the world is anybody gonna do with that? So if you don't already have the L'Oreal Pro Glow Foundation, boo, you need to get it. Alright guys, but that's it for this video. If you really like this video, if you really want to see more of my top 5s, then go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.